Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to get new tires on both my 458 and my Ferrari F430, and best of all, we're going to do it while staying here at home.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan. This is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience, buying and selling them, maintaining them, DIY, working them. And today we're going to talk about what you can do about getting tires on these cars. So obviously the most common thing to do is to take it to a dealership or some place that's a retail store. Then you have to sit around in the lobby and wait hours for them to put on the tires, and it's kind of annoying. And frankly, with the coronavirus right now, you probably aren't even supposed to be going out and doing a whole lot of stuff. So whenever possible, when you can stay at home, it's a better solution. And today, Tread Connection is going to come out. They are actually a nationwide company, but they have a strong presence here in Austin. We're going to have Tread Connection come out, change out the tires on both these cars, and I don't have to go anywhere. It's awesome. I love this. Ta-da! Check it out. Oh, by the way, you recognize that guy. He's
me
been
again.
You've been in like 3 of my videos, maybe 400.
Too many.
But you don't know this guy. This is Price, and he is also a member of Tread Connection. Check this out. They've got the whole thing rigged up. How cool is this to do everything we need? That is intense.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this setup is it's totally touchless.
It's totally touchless.
Totally touches. You'll see it happen. Like you can get these tires on without ever touching the rim.
Oh, that's
great.
badass. This is clean. Very, very cool. Yay, new tires. Oh, I've been waiting for this so long. Yes. We're switching to a little bit bigger. These are 315/35 ZR20s. It's a little bit wider. And we're going with 255s on the front. And then we also have the Continentals for the F430. 285/35 ZR19s, 225/35 ZR19, which I know someone's gonna complain, oh, they're Continentals. Actually, these are really good tires. So here's what's so cool about this is, theoretically, I could just be sitting inside drinking a beer while these guys do the work. Wanted to, you could actually have them come out to like your job, or you know, maybe you get a couple of guys and you do a group thing, like you have everyone bring their cars over to one location, they come out and do all the cars at the same time, you guys sit there shooting the shit, drinking beers, and save some money on the charges, because basically it's as competitive as any other retail shop for pricing wise.
I'd like to have a van that's on air suspension so we could drop it to the ground. Because an old guy like me, my knees don't like that step. I mean, look at that step.
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
So our other van has a step that goes between them, so at least you can step up easily, and or your wheels and tires are lightweight, but let's just say it's a big pickup truck.
Big truck.
Then they weigh half as much as I do, and I'm an old guy, I don't like that. But you can roll the wheel in and out because of the step deal. But then look too, it has this, you can roll the wheel up onto that, and then once it's up, you just lay it down on here. So you don't really have to bust your back to do it. Lightweight wheel, we probably won't use that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not necessary.
That is cool. Damn, that is
Big fatties.
a big ass tire. A wee bit more traction on the track.
You need every bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was blowing off those old tires, especially at the end when they had no tread. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, they had no chance.
So what's cool about this machine, it's considered touchless, and clearly Corgi and Tread Connection aren't the only guys in the world with it.
Yeah.
It really, like anything, comes down to the operators. Nothing's supposed to ever touch the wheel.
Nice.
Clearly, if I turn my head and look the other way, something would.
Yeah.
But that's its job. So old school used to be a device that clamped onto the rim
Yep.
and either damaged it one way or the other, almost always.
Yeah.
So this thing has a pin that locates in one of your bolt holes, and that's what turns
Okay. Very cool. Got the tire goop.
goop.
Jelly.
And this stuff almost becomes glue with the absence of oxygen.
Yep.
So it's the one that's recommended highly by Corgi on all things. You know, if on a big truck tire course we're doing this so fast it slings everywhere. and sometimes, you know, when you know a tire well, which I wouldn't say I know this tire well, but cup twos and stuff I can instantly tell by the way they go. But this one, because one of the reasons this tire is so fantastic, it's the cup two but with more rain ability.
Yep.
So it's really the right choice for the street. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I love the 4S. I've run them before. They're fantastic. Just wish they were a little cheaper.
So part of the gig of putting anything on is making sure you don't damage the TPMS sensor.
Yeah.
Brad, I know, is nervous about all this, but I told him it's really simple. And even when I know it doesn't have a TPMS sensor, I practice the same techniques so it becomes secondhand. So the only part that's difficult on this machine is placing these relative to the wheel because it's air driven. Now once I release the air driving part of the mechanism, it locks itself in place. The reason they use air is so that if for some reason machine fails, you're not stuck with an immovable arm to get the tire off.
Good. Yeah.
You know, whereas some are mechanical, they come in and out mechanically, but if it breaks, you're done until you fix it. So because I asked Corgi that point blank, why, and they started laughing. Here's why. So these two things, and there's two of them, top and bottom, are really what they call bead breakers. So when you watch this on your other car, we go to take the tire off, it's what knocks the bead away from the inside of the wheel. On old school machines, you probably would have saw you would have the ability to see or watch a technician roll up the wheel up on the floor, like vertically here, and then this big thing called a shovel, which is just a curved piece that follows the curvature of the wheel and just cram the tire in. But this does it by itself as we do this. So what's cool is that when you set the top one, it automatically sets the bottom one in and out.
Oh, nice.
Now you may hear a lot of noise from this thing. Sometimes when it articulates itself, it makes the noise here, but it sounds like, and don't forget, this is plastic.
Yeah.
And sometimes it sounds horrific, like you're drilling your wheel, which you're not. So as it pulls the tire onto the wheel, you want to make sure that the opposite side of the tire, like ultimately from here, is in the drop, so that the tire has room to move to allow it to go over. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we're just holding the tire down in the drop. It drops right. You can see my hand go in. Yep. Right now, not a drop. All of a sudden, bam, it goes in. So the tire is in that area.
There it goes. Okay. I hate this part.
Yeah. And it's caught because you can see it coming up now.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, you can keep it on. I'm going to see what the pressure is. 22. So going up to about 35 or 40.
I thought it was going to be like at 100 or something.
So just to let you know, certain tires take an unbelievable amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Particularly in the racing world, because it helps the tire stay in place on the wheel. Many great wheel manufacturers out there, but our good friends right here in Austin, FinSpeed, they make a wheel that's got, particularly where the rubber of the tire sits on the wheel, has some knurling that's so good it stops the tire from rotating on the wheel, which is common when you use your car at a racetrack. Because the grip's so high, and if it's braking, the brakes will stop the wheel, but the tire will still rotate. Then it goes out of balance instantly.
Yeah.
I'll start out by using this one, which is not a torque wrench.
Yeah.
We'll put it in, and then I'll tighten it with the torque wrench. It's like everything we do is we do as best we can. You pull it off there. How quick was that? Do you have a valve cap? We do.
I do.
But okay,
Yeah.
well, sometimes people have some really pretty ones.
Yeah, I've got little fry
Yeah.
ones.
Can't see.
Of course you do. Of course.
Ferrari.
And they're carbon fiber.
Even nicer. So all this that you see is just the goop that we put on the tires.
Yep.
You know, nothing actually touched the wheel.
That's really cool.
So this equipment, these two exact pieces are what Michelin use at all the racetracks. So I reckon if Michelin's happy with it, Price is happy with it.
Yeah.
Ironically, of course, learning the equipment from the manufacturers, I found out that Corgi invented the first mechanical tire machine.
Huh, no kidding.
They had it at SEMA this year.
So they've been doing it a little while.
They have been doing it a little while.
Yeah.
And one of the things we've learned since then on most wheels, I don't put the cone on the inside because now I have to fight a spring to seat it. That's what it was designed for, so you don't have to hold the cone. But it takes me longer to screw it into the seat. But your wheels are such, the hole's so small, I wanted to get it this way. But I'm just letting you know. So if you notice, it's screwing the wheel, see my finger? The wheel's getting closer and closer to its backing plate. Yeah. It's just depressing a spring is all it's doing. So Brad, obviously the thing that we want to watch out for is that the wheel is concentric to the shaft. Sometimes a wheel will be bent. It's almost always bent on the inside if it's bent.
We coated the inside of wheel barrels, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
These are totally ceramic
put
coated.
some alcohol on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to remove whatever.
1 1/4 1.5. I have black weights if you wish. So you remember how this deal works? Because of the light, but can you see, Brad? See where my finger is?
Yep.
It wants to go right here. There's the light.
Oh, yeah, I see a
You know where
laser.
inside there?
Right where the laser is. That's cool. I didn't.
Laser.
So we're polishing off some of the ceramic coating that we put on it, because otherwise the weights might not stick.
I can guarantee you they won't stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already had that happen.
You put on the weight and it just
Yeah,
pops
it
right off.
Flies right off the car.
You're like, son of a bitch. This is good because one of my wheels was out of balance because I had that flat when I was out in Arizona.
About all the time because
Yeah.
I've done a great sales job on it. It's called a road force balancer.
Yes.
What a road force balancer really does is match up failing tires on poor wheels. Now that doesn't mean the tire can't be used for a long time. But think about it. In the race world, you don't see that at all. Why? Because the tires are always new and the wheels are always bloody nice. So I'm not tearing it down. There's a place for the road force balancer. But it bugs me when people say, well, it's not road force balancer. It's no good. I said, do they weigh your car before they put it on there? No. Then what road force are they putting on your wheel? I'm not trying to knock, again, what it does.
Yeah.
It matches up a failing area in the tire, so the spring rate of the tire is different at one place with a high or a low on the wheel. Puts them together and makes it run better, usually. Well, I'm just
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
like it is. Again, there's a place for it.
That's nice. You can't actually see it very much. I hate when you got the big silver things
I
just
know, man.
sticking out.
You know, at the end of the day,
It's the little things.
We even have things like black valve stems. I can't use them on this TPMS, but I'm saying our TPMS.
Yeah.
I have gunmetal gray, black, chrome, and just general aluminum like this. Does that make sense? And they just pop on and off. So you may have seen that when it once it's done checking the balance, it automatically advances itself and puts a brake on. You probably heard that little click.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean, Brad and I can overrun it, but it just holds it in place. A light goes on, again, because it's so light outside, you can't really see it. There's a light on right here and that laser. So now we have to break the brake, no pun intended, and I'll
Start with the next one.
there you go. So now it shows us again where on the laser.
Put this one like right here. Oh, come on. There we go.
Good job, Brad.
Thank you.
Awesome.
My detailing skills have come to serve me once again.
Yes. There it is.
Fingers crossed. Snake eyes.
Perfect.
What do you got there, boys?
Woo.
Snake eyes.
Nice. Very cool.
There you go. There. Let go.
Sweet. Glorious. That is a big tire.
Another thing that's really nice is that high-end tires tend to balance out very well because the manufacturer takes the time to make
Yeah,
them.
they're just done better.
Exactly. Well, of course, you pay for it.
Yeah,
I get
I've
it.
also heard that like when you get good wheels, like these are HREs, they tend to
be
a little bit
very
better.
nice. That's correct.
and tend to need less balancing.
Like lightweight wheels. That's all I got to say.
Makes it a little easier, huh?
Well, for an old man's back,
gonna say.
I literally have picked up wheels that weigh 2/3 of my weight.
Oh,
Well, at 65, that's not fun.
no.
That's when I go, hey, Brad.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't you need to do something over at my house? Over at the Biz? You're a youngster. Get over here.
Once you've got your tires done at your own house, you're never going to go back to a tire store. This is so convenient. Like I said, I could be sitting inside working. I mean, I am working. Look at that. I'm doing my job right now while they're putting on tires. I don't have to do anything. They're doing an amazing job. They're not going to touch the wheel. They're not going to damage the wheel. Price is an old school race car driver, so he has been playing with cars forever. You know Brad, you know he's paying attention.
We're not mean to anything.
Yeah.
But if it was a commercial truck, we go a little faster and just
Yeah,
sort of
'cause
throw it on there because then you wipe it
You
off.
got some steelies. No one's gonna...
That's right, and they've already been beat up.
Right.
But in this case, a tool like that can speed up.
Well, and hell, if you're doing a commercial truck, the commercial truck, they want it done fast anyway. So they want the truck back on the road.
Correct.
Because that's time is money for them.
And the hard part about a concept like this is drive time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta drive from one place to another, whereas a brick and mortar's got the advantage of
They just
having the people come
churn in
down.
and out, churn and out. Yeah. That's why it's a good idea. Like if you get a couple buddies together and you all say, "Hey, come to my house at such and such date and time," line them all up and like bang them out, drink some beers while you sit there and watch you get new tires. I mean, that's pretty awesome to me. I would love to just have like a bunch of car guys over who'd be like, Hey guys, let's all change out the tires on our Ferraris. I have 4 or 5 Ferraris lined up, and we just sit here, drink beers, and they work on our cars. It's kind of nice. All right, so if you guys need to get some tires, go to treadconnection.com. They actually might be in your area. So this is not just local to Austin. They're actually in many different cities. It is a franchise business. Obviously, we have Price's business here in Austin, but these are all like hardworking local guys. So, you know, support your local businesses. Keep guys like this in business. We need to keep companies like this going right now. So I'm doing what I can to support local companies, not just these guys, but, you know, like right now it's really important to buy local, like local restaurants and stuff like that, because otherwise when this is all done, we're not going to have any cool places to go or cool services like this. Go see if these guys are available in your area. You can save some time, and don't forget their prices are competitive to all the major companies out there, so they're going to be competitive to online prices and even the retail stores. You're not spending really any more money. They do charge a small fee to come out, but if you start getting 3-4 cars done, that fee becomes insignificant and irrelevant.
Whenever he does this, I've probably watched him, I don't know how many times, but he makes it look so easy. Then you get in there and try to do like what button, when do I do this? Where's the wheel supposed to be? Which arm goes where? Wait a minute, what?
The muscle memory.
Where does this need to be?
Dan, that's it 100%. You saw it.
You gotta
it's
do it
literally
80
not
times.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's just learn where the buttons are. And of
That's what
course,
it
the
is.
first time I ever used it, I said, who thought of this layout? And I thought, you know what? If it had been my layout, the next guy wouldn't have liked it either.
Yeah.
Learn the layout, and it's not an issue.
Yep.
It's still very nice. Only 75 and 50. So what? So it drives itself. See?
You found it. That's cool.
Yeah. All of our distributors have become difficult as we all adjust to new life. You know?
Yeah. Well, I could see where sports car tires probably aren't as much concern right now compared to regular cars or trucks and stuff.
So one of the things I'm doing right now, because we know that a lot of the tire manufacturers are shutting down, most of them have already. Well, I still have many needs for some of my commercial clients.
Yeah.
So we're just ordering in tires like crazy as a guess.
Yeah. Spot on.
Snake eyes.
Woo! Oh, for the first time in a month, my car is going to be on the ground. Here it is. Oh! Yes, look at that. All right, getting
And
the
these cars are beautiful.
430 all set up. Brad just bought in to Tread Connection, so he's expanding
Yes, I did.
because you're a badass. You're my hero, Brad.
Thank you. And you're mine, my friend.
Aw, you don't mean it.
I think it's a really cool model. You know, I think
It is. It's really cool.
I think everybody should get tires this way.
Yeah, I once you do this, there's no going back. So while we were doing the F430, I noticed I had a hard time starting, so I just checked the battery. It is a 2013. We're gonna replace the battery because, again, this car I want to be perfect, and a 2013 battery is not gonna cut it. So obviously that battery is at the end of its life. I just ordered one, so we'll go pick up a new battery, swap it out. I started getting that one ready to come out. Yeah, look at that, 12, 20, 2013. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. So we've got it basically ready to come out. I need to get the car in the garage before I pull the battery, otherwise we're gonna be pushing it in the garage. Is that the last one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
We'll get a
Woohoo! Yes.
I just brute force it on, man.
Yeah.
Use my
tough-
muscles.
Such a tough muscles. Tough guy muscles. Chopper!
No!
No!
Get to the chopper!
Hey, look here. It has a scrape guard on it.
Dang, really?
Yep.
Jesus,
The thing is totally, dude, this car is all set.
Perfect. Even
It's-
the film job is not that bad.
No, that's what I said. It's like good enough that I'm gonna leave it.
I would. I mean,
There's only
I'd
like
run it
one.
until it's damaged.
I do want to. I'm gonna put on a layer of Avalon King just to get it, because it's make it pop just a little bit better, but it still looks beautiful. There's one spot I want to clean up the paint, which is right here above. There's some swirl marks.
Probably
Right.
just like hands.
Yeah,
grabbing
just
or
the hands
something.
touching and stuff. But really, otherwise, I couldn't find like hardly any.
I can't find anything either, man. And I'm picky.
I know you're picky as
I
hell.
found one spot up here on the PPF where it's like
A little bit weird.
stretch marks or whatever, just from. Oh,
Yeah, I found also some marks over here where there was some lift lines. I know what I'm looking at now.
You're
I
well
saw them. I
trained.
was like, oh yeah, right there. There's a lift line.
Yeah, if you look right up in here on this fender, like I think it's from like right here to right here, there's a bunch of work marks.
Oh really? I can see a air bubble too.
They must have like detailed the snot out of it. Like look in here.
Yeah, even the
all
the
in
suspension.
there is all clean.
Yeah.
Look, even all the way back here.
Yep. I am gonna also PPF or ceramic coat the wheels and brakes. I mean, this thing's such good condition. It's crazy. got a new battery to throw in the 430, so let's do that real quick. By the way, we took the 458 to pick up the battery because picking up car stuff is an essential activity that's allowed right now, and that was the first time I got to drive with no cats. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to do a follow-up video real soon, so stay tuned for that. But let's get this battery in real quick. Hello. I see it's drinking hour. Yep, the kids are maintaining 6 feet. Everyone's maintaining 6 feet from each other while they play, and Mo is being a little turd. Okay, got the new battery in. Let's fire it up and make sure it starts properly now, because it kept starting on half the banks, which is what happens. It's a good sign when these batteries are dying. They just kind of fire up only half the cylinders. So here we go. Yeah, there we go. You can hear that tinging sound? Yeah, that's the broken header, so we gotta replace that. You can hear it really badly. Yeah, hear that? Going to the left side. Nothing on the right. Yeah. Alright, we're all set on both the 430 and 458 with tires, and the 430 has a new battery, so it's kicking some butt. As you know, this car is for sale, so the 430 is for auction. Go to my website, normalguysupercar.com. You can register to bid. In order to bid, you do have to buy a registration, which is $10. It's non-refundable. The reason I'm doing that is this is going to deter false bids or bogus bids. So also, if you are the top bidder at the end of each day, I'm going to send an invoice for a $500 deposit. If you don't pay that deposit, I'm rescinding your bid. That deposit is refundable if you get outbid, but if you win the car, I am keeping that $500 no matter what, whether or not you buy the car. This car is, again, up for auction right now, so go to normalguysupercar.com. In the meantime, if you need some tires, go check out treadconnection.com. So obviously they are awesome. This is such a cool service, and especially right now when you're not supposed to be really going places, this is a new option that removes an entire human interaction with getting services done to your car. So these new tires can be done without you even being there. They can come to your work, they can come to your home, they can set up so that you got multiple cars doing it. So again, go to treadconnection.com. All right, you guys, we've got a lot of cool car stuff coming right, so you're gonna want to stay tuned. We're gonna continue working on this 430 and get it ready for sale. It's gonna have a few more things to go. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet.